Let me see this. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. Oh, fuck.
You see that fight going? It was Hill versus Pereira.
Hill versus Pereira? Man, don't even get me started on that. Bro. One of the most stressful things as a UFC or MMA fan, just in general, is when your two favorite fighters, like, they fight each other. When two of your favorite fighters fight each other, it's the most heartbreaking thing ever. Because it's like, you want them both to win, but man, dude, it is difficult to watch. Oh, man. It's so, and some people think like, oh, just as long as the fighters come out healthy and safe. No, we're talking about like when fights really matter, like who's gonna fight for the title.
It's more violence.
Like, bro, it's not that, man. It's hard, and I think if Jamal Hill and Alex Pereira were to fight, I wouldn't even watch the fight. It's that personal when it comes to me. I wouldn't want to watch the fight, man. I'd just be.
I feel like Jamal Hill would have to more than likely showcase some type of wrestling. Even not to not obviously not to win the fight, but like just to at least get him concerned about a takedown or get him worried about something to strike him, man.
But the thing is, I think when it comes to Jamal Hill as well, it's like he's such a good striker, man. It's actually ridiculous. I mean, for me,
Alex is fast, bro.
And no, don't get me twisted. Don't get me twisted. I think, yeah, Alex is fast and all that stuff, and I mean, it makes for a damn good fight. But I think this is one of those things where I would genuinely have to step out, and I either A, wouldn't watch it, or B, I would watch it, but I'd be too heartbroken to actually like have 100% like involvement in it, or it's like, not involvement but dedication. It's scary, man. Like, but before the shit cut off, what happened was we talked about Robert Whitaker and just his status and where he's at as a fighter right now, and like you talked about his productivity and his activeness and his last fight was Marvin Vettori and all that stuff, and then the last fight was Izzy, and like you think, oh, you got to fight more. But I think, like I said, I think with the UFC, they kind of put him, like, we all know him as the gatekeeper, kind of, all that. And, he's keeping people out, this, that, the third. But it's like, let's be honest, man. If Robert gets another crack at Izzy, it's definitely possible that he beats him.
I don't know, man.
Arguably, I think he won the last one.
You could argue that one, yeah.
I think he arguably won the last one. And it's no disrespect towards Izzy or anything.
You're not going to win a decision against a champ, though. Let alone a split. Especially if it's that close, you're never going to get that to go swing your way.
Yeah, not always. And it's just like, sometimes somebody has to take the risk. Like this time, like, let's take Arnold Allen, for example. Arnold Allen was on like a 10-fight, 9-fight win streak. And no, he was on a 10-fight win streak. He was undefeated since signing to the UFC, and he laid all cards and all the chips on the table just to fight Max Holloway to guarantee, no, I am the number one contender. I am the guy. You guys are talking about Yair Rodriguez. You guys are talking about Josh Emmett. You guys are talking about, fucko McGuggins down the street. No, bro, I am the guy. He put all the chips on the table to fight Max Holloway. And what did Max Holloway do? Gatekeeping, not even gatekeeping 101. Not even gatekeeping 101. Gatekeeping PhD. Bro. PhD in gatekeeping. And like, I hear him talk on the Ariel Helwani show sometimes, and he's like, I believe I can get another crack at, Volk and all that stuff. And dude, if we get a quadrilogy where the guy has lost all 3 fights, I'm going to feel some kind of way about it. I don't have no problems with Max Holloway. I love Max Holloway.
Man, bro,
but I'm going to feel some kind of way about it. I think gatekeeping should only get you so far. I truly believe that. Gatekeeping should only get you so far. And let's be honest. I admire Arnold Allen for taking the risk, but damn did they give him the Tony Ferguson treatment. And everybody could be like, oh, Tony Ferguson fought for the interim, though. But, I mean, it's not the real belt, though. It's not the real belt. And, it's not his fault that he tripped over some fucking wires and blasted his fucking ACL out. You know about that story, right? About
Yeah.
why the Khabib fight didn't happen. Yeah,
Man, that shouldn't happen like 3 times.
yeah, bro. That fight did not happen 3
Fucking
times. So it's like when somebody's willing to take the risk, I can applaud them and I can really appreciate it. And let's not act like Arnold Allen is not good. Arnold Allen is a good fighter. He's a great fighter.
honestly, I feel like
He's underrated as fuck in the 145 division.
if you're, because I mean, yeah, Max Holloway won, but I'm like,
Bro,
Brandon Allen got
Arnold Allen,
he
dude,
got really fucking
close, bro.
Like,
Really close. I scored the fight for Arnold Allen. Allen. 3-2. 3-2.
That fifth round, I thought he was gonna finish my nigga, bro.
Bro, it was scary, bro.
My nigga, bro.
And I hated it. I hated it when people said Arnold Allen got dropped and like, okay, no, Max wins the round. This isn't boxing where a knockdown is a 10-8.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Arnold Allen just swung everything into the fucking punch and he just missed. And I don't know, bro. I mean, what's next for Arnold Allen? I don't know. But it does break my heart a little bit that we'll probably have to wait a little bit longer until Arnold Allen gets another crack at, some big fight. Because now it's like, what do you give him? And, it's hard right now. It's hard. You don't give him Brian Ortega. I don't think Brian Ortega necessarily, because, come on, back-to-back losses. You don't throw him Arnold Allen. And then you got Ilya Tapor, who's running by fast. He's running. He's running for a shot at that belt. And I know it feels like we're going off the walls here. Like we went from, Jamal Hill, Alex Pereira, Robert Whitaker being a gatekeeper, or what's next for Robert Whitaker, and then Arnold Allen and Max Holloway. We're going wall to wall to wall, but it's like I think it's always during the summertime that the UFC always picks up. Like, let's be honest, next week we got UFC 290, International Fight Week. They never lack with those cards. First of all, let's go with the card. Who are your picks for the card? You got Bo Nickel, Trishan Gore, Jalen Turner, Dan Hooker, Dricus Duplessis, Robert Whitaker, Alexander Pantoja, Brandon Moreno, Yair Rodriguez, Volkanovski. And y'all, all you little nerds talk about, you should say this name first and this name first because this name's the champion and this. No, I don't care about all that. I'm not getting into specifics.
All right. I'm going to go Bo Nickel, Jalen Turner, Rob Whitaker, Pantoja?
That's not bad.
Volk.
Okay, so this is where we're definitely gonna split ends. I'm going Bo Nickel. I'm gonna go Jalen Turner. A part of me has been thinking about this all week long. Like, if Dricus has a chance at winning this fight, it's going to be you must play smart. You must play smart. Obviously, the money's going to be on Robert Whitaker, all that. But I'll take a shot in the dark and go with Dricus. No, I don't love Bobby Knuckles but it's just, I mean, he put the work in on Derek Brunson, and y'all could be like, oh, it's Derek Brunson, though. And then, he put up a good fucking fight against Darren Till. And for a minute, I thought Darren Till was going to win the fight at one point last December. And I thought we were really thinking, oh, shit, Darren Till's fucking back. But, and it's all no disrespect to Darren Till. I love Darren Till. Really. I truly, honestly do. But I'll take a shot in the dark and run with Dricus. And then for Brandon Moreno and Alexander Pantoja, like, they fought one time on The Ultimate Fighter. And then they fought one time in the UFC. And actually, that fight, the second time, because the first time was in The Ultimate Fighter, but it's an exhibition match. That's why I don't count it. That's why when Bryce Mitchell has a 15-1, when he fought Ilya Tapora, he's technically undefeated because it's just an exhibition match. But they put it on your record. So it's dumb. It's dumb. The way the Ultimate Fighter set up, But yeah,
especially this year.
Oh, let's not get to the Ultimate Fighter right now.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next, bro.
I'll take a shot in the dark. Run with Dricus. I think Brandon Moreno. Come on, bro. He's something special about him. Like, because like I said, the second time, the quote unquote second time that he fought Alexander Pantoja, he got cut from the UFC. That was his last fight in the UFC. Then he won a fight, I think, in another promotion. Then they re-signed him, and then went on that fucking tear. Went on that tear from 2019 to now. Like I think something happened, and this man is really like another level now. There's just. I'm not saying Alexander Pantoja is not on that level, but I'm just I know what Brandon is capable of, and I'm gonna run with Brandon. And then for Yair and Volk, Yair's got to be one of the craziest strikers. Yair is the true definition of like, because Chael Sonnen said this. Yair is like a video game character. He's so unorthodox. He's so weird. Like, let's be honest, they'll mark it as a doctor stoppage or whatever, but no, he submitted Brian Ortega. So when you have somebody in a submission threat and the ref stops the fight, what does that mean? That's a win via submission. But when you look it up on the W or ESPN, they have it labeled as a doctor stoppage. No, he submitted. I don't know what Gracie that Brian Ortega trains under, but he submitted a Gracie fucking black belt. No, I think people aren't giving Yair Rodriguez the due diligence and the credit. And the thing is, I don't. I always use this highlight against him, but I do think that the Korean Zombie win is a little illegitimate because let's be honest, he was getting whooped that whole fight, and then he told the Korean Zombie was like, and then they ended up fighting. Then in the last second, he got knocked out. If the Korean Zombie did not go, and then duke it out for the last 10 seconds, Yair Rodriguez would have lost that fight. But he didn't lose the fight. And now he has a highlight under his reel, and I can't hate him on it. But I think if Yair doesn't go as rowdy or wild as he does usually, and I think if he plays the exact same way that he did against Josh Emmett, because he ate that right hand from Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett threw a right overhook, and he's infamous for that. He knocked out Michael Johnson. Like, come on, bro. He ate that. And he kept rolling with it. I think if Yair plays this smart, Yair's gonna take it, and I'll roll with Yair. I think I'm gonna do that. I mean, and then think about it, man. If Mexico has that momentum, and let's think about it too, bro. I mean, let's say one of these guys wins via first round, something like that. Them boys could get ready for September 16th and fight on that Alexa Grasso Shevchenko card.
Yeah.
Because you heard about what's going on with that card, right? It's supposed to be a Mexican-based card, so they're going to throw like a bunch of Mexican fighters on it for Independence Day and all that stuff. I think it's cool that the UFC and they're doing a championship fight for a fight night because it kind of takes you back to the old days, because back in like 2020, they used to do fight night and they used to have belts on the line. Jessica Andrade fought Zhang Wei Li on a UFC fight night for a belt. So it's like there wasn't auto pay-per-view and all that stuff, so it definitely makes it more accessible. And then they added Kevin Gastelum versus Shavkat as the co-main. Oh, man.
One thing I didn't like how they were doing like the whole Mexican-based thing. I'm like, bruh, we just had 3 African champions. What was our African base?
I think, no, I understand that there. I just think it was setting it up, like geological base. I think it was setting it up. Where do you want to set it up? How can we set it up? What are the politics out there? Because, okay, if you could go to...
we could put that bitch in the middle of the jungle and nigga throw an octagon up.
I mean, if you could tell Dana White that, fuck it, he probably, maybe he'd be down, I don't know. But it's like, it's different from like when Muslim fighters can go to October and fight in Abu Dhabi. Everything's already set up.
I hate that shit.
They got a strong relationship with the people over there. And then when the UFC goes to Australia, it's like they got it set up, they got it ready, they know who their fighters are, they know who the big dogs in that geological area is, and then bam, they're perfect. So I think it's just that. But you mentioned something about the Ultimate Fighter. Man, let's get into it, bro. Conor McGregor is down, and somebody leaked the episode for next week. Did you hear about that? Yeah, so now he lost again. He's 0-6. Conor McGregor's 0-6 in The Ultimate Fighter.
The whole concept is stupid.
The whole prospects and fucking veterans thing, I didn't like it. I think it was stupid.
Like, cause it's like they're all supposed to be like trying to make their way into the UFC. Why the fuck would you put them against motherfuckers who was already in the UFC?
They got that experience.
Exactly.
They fought, man, yeah.
They proved themselves to be in the UFC. You're supposed to be rookie versus rookie, motherfuckers trying to make it to the UFC like they did.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to be just fighting motherfuckers like, yeah, they had a bad run or whatever in the UFC and all that shit, but it's like they still proved at one point they were ready for the UFC level. And then you just throw them in there against new guys, and they wonder, and then like you just wonder why
it's silly. I think it's pretty damn silly, honestly. And I think about it like this. I mean, the Ultimate Fighter just isn't the same like how it used to be, and it's just point blank. Period. It's just simple as that, and that's that. I mean, it's cool they got Conor McGregor on it. We get some Conor McGregor content. But
to save it with him.
But that's just it. That's just it. I mean, I watch The Ultimate Fighter every week because I'm like, okay, let's just watch. I mean, it's Tuesday. Well, I ain't got nothing else to watch on a Tuesday until they bring back the Dana White Contender Series. That's coming back August 8th. And oh my goodness, I am ready. The Dana White Contender Series last year brought some of the best prospects and some of the dopest fights, man.
Yeah, bro.
The Bo Nichols, the Raul Rosas, bro, man, the Jesus Aguilars, even though he lost his debut against Tatsuro Taira, the Cameron Simons, I've been keeping, I've been keeping an eye on some of these prospects that come out, the Ikram Aliskerov, dude, he fought that Phil Hawes dude, and then now he's going to fight Paulo Costa. And there we go with the UFC again, that matchmaking, that suspect matchmaking. Look what they did to Abus. One fight, he wins one fight in the UFC, and then they put him up against a ranked guy. I don't know, man, but that's regardless. That's besides the point. But there's a lot of hot prospects, bro, in the Dana White Contender Series, and it just keeps getting better and better. And I think I'm locked in every fucking Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever the fuck they want to put that shit on. I'm tuned in and I'm locked the fuck in. I love the Dana White Contender Series.
I feel like people give because I've seen a couple people on Twitter talking about how because the whole conversation was about how these fighters are just getting one fight then up to the rank. Well, I'm like, and
because I think it's because they want fresh contenders for the 185. Yes. So they're trying to fast pace these guys. But it's think about it. Even one of the UFC's biggest superstars, Hamza didn't get fast paced. He just so happened to whoop every ass that was in his way, and he was just, all right, let me fight next week. Or let me do this. I mean, and Hamzat is the one guy that the UFC can fast pace, but is actually very talented. He's very talented.
Alex, too. I'll say Alex.
Alex, oh yeah, Alex is, yeah. No, he got fast paced too, but.
Yeah, people talking about, UFC pushed him through. I'm like, well, no shit, they pushed him through. He's people don't realize Alex was a fucking a demon in the kickboxing.
Yes, glory kickboxing. Yep, he was.
So people just act like, oh, it's the new guy or some shit. Like, no, bro, it's experience behind this motherfucker. He was in the corner for, he cornered. Fuck, I'm looking at him. Anderson Silva. He cornered Anderson Silva.
Really?
Yeah, he cornered Anderson Silva against Izzy.
Really? Oh yeah, I remember seeing it. No, I remember seeing it on Instagram. Oh shit, you're right. Wow. I mean, yeah, but I think it's just they want some hot, juicy contenders for 185.
Yeah, you just see the way fucking Alex was looking at Izzy after he won, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, he was looking at him like, yeah, I'm finna come whoop this nigga one day.
It was crazy, bro. I think
3 years later, whooped him.
I think.
Of course, my nigga got knocked out. It is what it is, though.
I think it was that weight cut, though. No, it wasn't even the weight cut.
Nah, because he made it.
He was horny better. For the KO.
Yeah,
he was horny for the KO. Alex wanted the KO, and he was horny.
He saw himself in the same position as the last fight, but it wasn't the 5th round this time. You know what I'm saying?
And because the thing was, bro, when I watched that fight, I was like, man, these leg kicks are blasting Izzy. Yeah. What the fuck?
People were like, oh, Izzy tricked him. I'm like, no, bro.
No, I don't believe it.
Izzy did not trick him.
I'm not going to lie. When I heard Izzy say the possum thing, or I'm playing possum, I'm just trying to... No, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. I just think Alex got horny for the KO. Izzy found it, boom, threw it, and then that's it. If anything... Why are you going to say you're playing possum and all that stuff? Say I threw the right shot at the right time. And no, it's not luck, motherfucker. It's technique. You know, because that was technique.
Yeah, it was technique for sure, but...
You know, fire back to the bullshit with logistics. You know, don't say, oh, I'm playing possum, because people are going to think it's bullshit. And whether you go, oh, well, I don't care if people think it's bullshit. Then, all right, that's fine, but... people are going to still say it's bullshit regardless. You know, you might as well just fucking say, you know, yeah, I threw the shot at the right time. What you call it?
You know,
shit. Ooh. Oh, yeah, there you go. I was like, for a minute.
Say somehow Alex does take the belt at 205. I'm not sure. Call me crazy, bro, but I feel like him versus Yuri sounds like more of a banger, bro.
Than him versus EZ3? Fuck. No. I think with this... nah.
If you look at Yuri's style and you look at Alex's style, they are like 2 different people.
Oh, yeah, they're 2 different people, yeah.
Alex is... No, he's nice and calm. He's nice and calm.
But Yuri will just run.
And Yuri's like... Yeah, Yuri's like that fucking like... like and throw weird shit. Like...
So he did to Dominic Reyes. That spinning elbow shit. That motherfucker killed him. Yeah. Motherfucker killed him, bro.
Fucked up my nigga whole career, bro.
Yeah, Dominic Reyes, and he lost to Ryan Spann. God. Oof, man, that boy got cooked by Ryan Spann. Dude.
Man, Ryan Spann.
He's good.
I rock with him, bro.
I fuck with Ryan Spann, and I was mad. I wasn't mad necessarily because it's nobody's fault, medical issues. But when that Nikita Krylov fight was supposed to happen at the Apex, and then Nikita Krylov couldn't do it because of medical stuff. Like, it's like, and then they moved the fight to a week later on that Piotr Merab card. But it's like, I don't like it because then it's a butterfly effect thing. Because what if Nikita Krylov didn't get injured or hurt that night? What if Ryan Spann would have won that night? But we don't know that because he did get sick or whatever, medical thing, whatever. So then they moved it to next week, and then Ryan Spann loses that. It's just, it leaves that what if thing in your mind. And that just upsets me. But to see, but they announced Ryan Spann versus Anthony Smith too. So, and I mean Anthony Smith right now, dude. They did that Fight Pass,
catch a break,
bro. They did that Fight Pass Invitational thing, that grappling thing that they do at the Apex, bro. Him versus Glover Teixeira, dude. He lost. He lost to Glover Teixeira. So it's like I don't
understand how.
I don't want to hate Anthony Smith. But Anthony Smith can say the darndest things, and it's like, what? Like, I hear him on the Ariel Helwani show, and I'm like, he seems like a nice guy. He seems like he knows what he's talking about. But it's like, I don't know how to put it. I don't want to say that he doesn't put it, you know, out there, or, you know, he doesn't really like put the skills out there. But it's like, man. Like, it's Anthony Smith is a confusing person. He's a confusing, unorthodox individual. And like I said, I don't hate him. Well, I don't have problems with him. But like when I was watching that Johnny Walker fight, I'm like, man, like something's off with him. Like something is up. Something is up and something is off. I saw the Anthony Smith fight. I saw the Magomed fight. Like, I'm just thinking, bruh. There is something going on with Anthony Smith, and we just don't quite know exactly what it is. Simple as that. It's confusing. But, I mean, if Alex Pereira he says fucking stizzies. Oh, no, you good. No, you good, bro. Man, I'm smoking big doinks. Smoking big doinks. But, yeah, so, I mean, it's confusing right now. MMA is confusing. UFC is kind of confusing right now.
And we back.
We're in a major spot. But like I said, during the summertime, this is when they set that shit up. This is really when they put that shit on. Bro, they had a women's featherweight fight today on this Sean Strickland Abus card. And then 2 weeks from now on the Holly Holm Bueno Silva card, they got a women's featherweight match there. So I'm thinking they're gonna put their foot on the pedal when it comes to this featherweight division. A lot of people think it's gonna die. I'm not one of them. I don't think the featherweight division's dying. I don't think they're gonna cut it off. I think they're still gonna keep it and just keep it pushing like as if it's its own weight class.
It's like, yeah, there's no way that you can't find featherweight women.
But that's but that's where I think the Dana White Contender Series needs to step up.
Every other promotion finds them.
Oh yeah, PFL's got him. Larissa Pacheco, Kayla Harrison. Yeah.
And then just like UFC doesn't find shit.
I think that's where that's what I'm saying. I think that's where the Dana White Contender Series this year needs to do that. Let's get some women featherweight fighters in the UFC roster. Let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. Fill the roster up, all that shit, and then bam. So yeah, it's just simple as that. But I mean, I think like I said, summertime UFC always put their foot on the gas. We get 2 pay-per-views in July, bro. We're getting 2 pay-per-views this July. July is always a good month because they do that international fight week at the beginning of the year or the beginning of July, and then they always throw a pay-per-view in the backbone. That Dustin versus Justin fight.
I'm kind of mad, bro, because why the fuck is that shit in Utah, bro? Why the fuck Utah, bro?
Like, because the altitude?
Yes, bro. Like,
yeah, no. You want to know what really irked me about that card? They got Derek Lewis fighting on that card.
Yeah, like
in altitude. Are you shitting me? Bro, you're trying to. I feel like the UFC wants to set up Derek Lewis so bad. If you hate him,
look like a boost.
If you UFC man, if you hate Derek Lewis, bro, just say it, man. Because man, we're tired of seeing. We don't want to see that shit happen, bro. We don't want to see bro get cooked like that. Come on, bro. And I swear, if it happens, bro, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so heartbroken. I truly, truly, truly will. It's gonna break me, man.
Yeah, I hate seeing my nigga lose, bro.
Like, and the thing is, bro, I think if he fights Tai Tuivasa again, he beats him. I just so happen to think that Tai Tuivasa got his number that night.
Speaking of Tai, man, I need a Tai Tuivasa fight, man.
I think he's gonna fight on that Sydney card. He hasn't fought since December last year when he got beat up by Sergey.
It's been a minute, bro. Like,
I think he's full. He's fresh. I think he's gonna fight on that Sydney card, and that's that. Point blank period.
Man.
Just says, who do you give him?
I'm waiting to hear that Cyril Gane, Sergey, bro.
Sergey Spivak? No. You want to know what I'm ready for? That Tom Aspinall. Ooh, that brother is special. I love Tom Aspinall.
I feel like a fight with Tai would be a good warm up for him.
Tom Aspinall?
I feel like if he
he's fighting Marcin Tybura, which is the number 10th rank. So, he's fighting a dude 5 ranks below him, but that's the tune-up match. I think that's the tune-up match. And then he'll let people know, hey, fuckers, I'm still here. Shit, you want it? Hey, Tai Tuivasa, Curtis Blade, I know what happened last year, wasn't your fault. Let's run that shit back, Or shit, maybe if he wants to feel froggy, Sergey, let's do it. Number 1 contenders match. Because right now, I don't know what the fuck's going on with John Jones and Stipe. I'm tired of waiting for that shit. I'm tired. I'm sleeping, snoring. Give me a pillow and a blanket. Honestly, I'm tired of that shit.
At this point, I feel like John didn't really plan on coming back to the UFC. I feel like he just planned on getting that heavyweight championship and just
add it on to the legacy.
Yeah, just add it
I don't think that's the case, bro. I don't think that's the case. I think he's gonna fight 1 or 2 more times. But now it's the fact of if Stipe is gonna fucking fight.
Man, I'm tired of that dude, bro. I genuinely don't even want to watch that fight.
I
do not want to watch Stipe versus John Jones.
I'm not mad at you for that. I want to see Stipe versus Sergey. I want to see that.
I just think it's so much better matches to make. I get it. He's a heavyweight goat. Yeah. But the heavyweight, sometimes you gotta realize motherfuckers is past their time, bro.
Understandable for real.
People just past their time, bro. Like Tony Ferguson, he's past his time. Who else?
I think
I
when
hate to say it, but I think Derek Lewis might be with a loss. He might just be
with a loss, okay,
with the
it's
loss. He might just be nearing that.
with a loss maybe, but you got to argue too at the same time they're putting this dude in fucking
Yeah,
altitude.
yeah, they're putting him in a lot of tricky situations. He's not good at home fights.
Yeah, I know, man. Him fighting in Texas or Houston, bro, man, it has not
It's
rolled with
like, yeah,
him.
he's not good at home fights. So it's like, hey, you got a championship fight. Fuck it, let's put it at home. Like, okay, well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, man. I think when it comes to people just kind of past their time, like I was happy to see Jose Aldo retire, but I didn't want to see him retire the way he retired last year in August
Honestly,
after that Marab fight.
I don't think he was. I don't think I can consider Aldo past his time.
I
Cause
just think when he got because yeah he got dealt a wrong hand fighting Marab, but it's like it's just man, there's gonna be a bunch more youngsters, bro, and
I just feel like honestly, I feel like that fight looked very pussy on Marab's end, bro. Like, cause it's like holding someone against the cage, bro. That's not a fight.
see
That's not a fight though. Like, yeah,
see
I get it. You're holding another man against his own will down to the cage. I'm like, well, fuck, bro. Like, did you punch the guy? Like, Did you take him to the ground at least?
I think
Did
about it
you,
like this
like,
because I think about it when it comes to UFC, it's just MMA. It's a mixed martial art. If they want to do the clinching, the grabbing, I'm welcome to everything. Boxing, kickboxing, grappling, Thai clinch, I don't care what you do. I understand the logistics of everything. And I understand, why some fights get scored the way they get scored. And I'm pretty damn reasonable. I'm not one of the people that's against wrestling or nut huggers
yeah,
or
I'm
whatever.
not against it,
I'm
but
not really all that against it, but it's just because
it's
like
like,
if it's just a part of the game, you just got to get over it or you got to
I
get
mean,
through it.
I'll even admit, like, even could be. That's like genuinely like one of the fighters I just don't like. And even he made wrestling like
Interesting.
productive.
Oh yeah, yeah. Same. It's just and it's the same thing. I kind of think with Islam, and I think Islam is in a sticky situation right now because
Cause
people are asking so much from him. Like,
I need a rematch, man.
yeah, no, okay, there you go.
With
Yeah,
Charles, with Volk, I don't give a fuck who it is. I need a rematch.
yeah, no, no, no. But the thing is, but hold up though. I think everybody's trying to throw him something that if he doesn't accept one thing and moves on to another, everybody thinks he's ducking or over. Let's say he fights Charles again. Okay,
It's got to be in Brazil. Got to be in Brazil. You fought. You pretty much had the home advantage with
okay.
Abu
Well, I'm not
Dhabi.
gonna step into the politics of that right now. I think it should be in Abu Dhabi, just because they're gonna.
That's home court advantage though.
But the thing is, they're gonna pay the money for that shit. They're gonna pay the money. Hey, bring Islam to Abu Dhabi, and then first of all, he's the champ, so he gets to call the shots. If I want to fight in Abu Dhabi, I'm gonna fight in Abu Dhabi, and we don't know the next time that they're gonna go to Brazil. So it's like there's a lot of implications that just don't check the boxes right now.
I feel like we kind of owe Brazil a card, man.
Well, that's what we did this year in the beginning in January.
Yeah, it's like
That's their fault. They fucked it up. No, no. Let's talk about that. That's their fault. They fucked it up.
I'll give
They
you
went
that.
they went 0-2.
I'll give you that.
Figueredo lost. Glover lost, and them boys emptied the seats. Got the fuck on. That's their fault. That's their fault. That was their fucking show, and they fumbled it. They didn't have fun. Their fighters lost, or their two main guys lost. That's their fault. You lost the game, Skip. You lost the game. Get out of here. No, I think
I just mean I feel
Charles didn't want to fight on that card. He said it and that's why. So it's just he said it. He made it clear that he didn't want to fight on that card. It was too soon for him.
because I would envision something like you got Charles, Amanda Nunes.
I think Amanda Nunes, before they added Glover Teixeira versus Jamal Hill, I think Amanda Nunes versus Shevchenko 3 should have been the main event for July or for January that in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
But what you go back to what I was saying though.
About that though, like
but
it's like so many people like you go 2-0. It's like, do we really want to?
Yeah, no, I know. It was just because
it's a sticky situation.
It was because people didn't want Brandon versus Figueiredo to be the main event. That's it. They felt like it was gonna be a little dry. That's just all.
Bro, that shit was, bro. That shit, like, come on, bro.
Brandon was on him for 3 fucking rounds.
We had to fight 3 times already.
Yeah, but
really, like, you know, like we get a card back in Brazil, and you give us
a quadrilogy.
Yeah, like you give us this 4th fight.
But the thing is, you gotta realize they were 1-1-1. They're good ass fights, bro. They were really solid fights.
They were, bro, but I feel like
that just doesn't do it justice.
It's just
okay, understandable.
Yeah, like, you know, it's because it's like we seen them fight 3 times already, you know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Like, I'm sorry, but like win, lose, or draw, I really don't want to see nobody fight a 4th time, unless Conor and Dustin. But that's different, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not even gonna speak on the politics behind that, because they gave
Dustin the TKO.
Yes, they gave Dustin the TKO, but Yair didn't get the finish. But so
yeah, no, that's a good point. No, Yair gets the fucking doctor stoppage, or no contest doctor stoppage thing.
Yeah, like Brian had a little injury while he's in a chokehold. Like come on, bro. Conor broke his fucking leg, and you called it a TKO. He broke his fucking leg.
Yeah, he threw a kick, and then I don't want to get into the politics of that neither, because I think it's odd. Like, some people will say, oh, this is this, why? I'm not gonna be bothered. I'm not gonna argue against it. It happened, so be it. I'm not gonna argue against that shit. But no, I wanted to go back to the Islam thing, because let's say Islam fights Charles. Okay, now you're avoiding Volk. You're ducking Volk. Okay. And then after what Charles did a couple weeks ago, that boy looked nasty and he looked dangerous.
Deserves it.
Yeah, I don't know anyone else who deserves it. No, I was talking to the one guys we met at the movie theater during that Leon Usman card. Yeah, the what you call it? I don't remember their names, but the white dude, the Mexican dude. Yeah, I saw them at Look Cinema for the first time in a couple months. I was like, man, what's up, y'all? How y'all do? We talked about all that stuff. I'm like, as an Islam Makhachev fan, I'm spooked right now. I'm not going to lie. And I love Charles Oliveira too. I'm a Charles Oliveira fan. But I'm like, man, if I'm Islam right now, like I'm an Islam fan, oh my goodness. Oh, you better take that man down first 10 seconds. If you don't, bucko, it's going to be you might get cooked. You might get cooked, my guy. You might get cooked. Point blank period. You might get cooked. So, but
honestly, I feel like
But I was just gonna say, okay, if Islam fights Volk, you're ducking Charles now, based off that performance he had a couple weeks ago. And then people are like, if you fight Dustin or Justin, you're ducking Islam, or you're ducking Charles and Volk. But it's like, you want to give Islam like a fresh contender, because think about Khabib. Khabib never did no rematches, and of course it was because he retired.
That's why he's not a fucking GOAT.
It's because he retired maybe a little bit earlier, but it's just, I don't think there's a win situation for Islam right now. I think he's put in a very sticky spot, but I like how he rolls with the punches.
I think
he doesn't care who he's gonna fight. He doesn't care if he's got to fight Volk. He doesn't care if he's got to fight.
It has to be Charles, bro.
I think it has to be Charles. I
would say Charles, unless the only way I could see it maybe changing, bro. Like, say like if he goes out there and like knocks out Yair, or what I'm saying, like
first round,
build some type of hype up.
Like, yo, give me my fucking rematch.
Like not just win by decision, and actually like get a finish. Have the crowd hype, and you say something. You know what I'm saying? Then
he could take. Oh yeah, he could sweep. He could sweep. Hey, I sweep you, Islam. I sweep you. I sweep you, Charles, just by a tiny beat.
Charles, you got
tiny
next.
beat.
Charles, you got next for sure. You don't gotta fight nobody else. You got next. Just hold on for me.
I like that. No, that's a good idea. But now
it's a decision win.
But I want to say this though. What if this fight that goes on with Justin and Dustin, like, we all know what the first fight was like. What if this one is just a completely different outcome and somebody just starches someone in the first round? Is that enough for them to be like, fight Islam? Or do you think just they're going to have to wait on the bench?
Honestly, they're going to have to wait on the bench, bro. Like,
I agree. Well, no.
Nah, bro.
I disagree.
They had a chance, bro.
No. I'm gonna stop you there.
They both had a chance at Charles, and they both went out the same fucking way.
No. But
you motherfuckers can wait.
Yeah. No. Hold up, though. But I was saying, if Dustin wins, he can wait. But if Justin Gaethje wins, you got to give him a crack at the belt because remember what he said in March when he beat Rafael Fiziev? He said, "This is my last crack at the belt. I don't think I can last much longer, or I don't think I can really go on any longer. Do it. Give him a crack at the belt. If he loses, you got Charles ready, you got Volk ready, you got the whole world at your hands. You have at least a fresh contender under your title reign
Volk
or whatever."
and Justin doesn't sound that bad. You can give if Volk gets a win, you know what I'm saying? Like instead of going straight back to the title fight rematch, you get a tune-up with Justin, just to get you, because like, that was his first time. But that was his first time in the 55 waters, So it's like now he was in the water, and you swam good in the water.
Yeah, no. But then
let's get you back in the water this time.
But throw you in the deep end.
Throw you not
in the deeper end.
In the deeper end, but you got floaties on you now.
Okay.
You got floaties on you now.
I think about it like this though. Then you got to set up another interim title fight for fucking featherweight.
Let Max have it. Fuck it. I mean, honestly,
unless
Volk's gonna vacate after this fight for sure.
You think Volk's gonna vacate? You don't think he's gonna try to go for champ status one more time? Because when you vacate the belt, bro,
he'll go for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you vacate the belt, bro, you're just gonna move up to 155.
He'll go for it if he gets to 55. I feel like I just don't see him like actually returning to 45. Like he'll just try to go get the belt and have that champ status and then just vacate in a way. Just to say he held both of them. Because that's pretty much every champion, they held both of them, but they never besides Amanda Nunes, they never really defended both at the same time. All
right, so I'm gonna throw out some scenarios for you right now, and I want you to just make a prediction off the whim. All right, I'm gonna throw some fights out there, and just some upcoming fights. So these are actually happening. So I'm gonna throw left field. How do you think the Kevin Holland Michael Chiesa fight goes?
That's a good one.
A heavy base wrestler in Michael Chiesa, and you got Kevin Holland, who's kind of against wrestling, but he jokes around with wrestling. I could wrestle, all that stuff, or I'm gonna get, how Kevin Hart, not Kevin Hart, but Kevin Holland is. He's smart, witty, funny, comedy.
I love Kevin, man. I really do, man. It's just.
You think he's gonna have a hard time?
He just don't got a good track record against wrestlers, bro.
I think he was good against Tim Means when he made that debut at 170. Oh, no. That was against Alex Oliveira. It was his second fight at 170. Yeah, he did a really good job against Tim Means. And Tim Means is a solid wrestler. And then, man.
Because I see it going two ways. Because he could easily knock Chiesa out.
I think he could easily knock Chiesa out. He could
easily knock him out. It's just the fact is he going to be standing up to do it? Because if I'm Chiesa, I'm not going to stand with him. Why would I?
Yeah, I understand.
Motherfucker, you've lost to a lot of wrestlers. Why the fuck would I change up the recipe? I ain't gonna add sugar if it's already sweet.
Okay. So,
but I don't know. You could, babe.
It's just a toss up.
You'll be surprised, bro, because wrestler go out there, nigga Mayweather. You don't see it all the time, but at certain times, wrestler turning to Mayweather real quick. It's like, oh.
I mean, wrestlers will start throwing out the hands real damn quick. All right.
And that's what, honestly, they be tricky. That's what I feel like a lot of wrestlers, they get that edge. Because, you think, probably, maybe not for Islam, because he's shown some striking.
You know what? It showed me for Aljamain Sterling when he fought Henry Cejudo. Yes, holy shit, man! I was surprised with the striking on that boy. What the fuck? That shit was crazy, man.
Even with the striking,
he threw a lot of kicks, bro.
With the striking against Jan, he wasn't
the second fight.
The second fight with Jan, he wasn't as pussy. He wasn't as pussy on the striking, but. Obviously, he reverted to the wrestling to get the win, but he wasn't as pussy as he was on the.
Now, that Henry Cejudo fight with Aljamain, oh my gosh. When he started striking with him, and they showed like the, you know how they show the stats sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck? This dude is cooking him. Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro.
But then again, it's that heavy reach advantage though sometimes.
Oh yeah, Henry Cejudo was just too small. I think his build was just not.
Because yeah, I mean, he fought at 125. You know.
Yeah, so
125 is some little ass boys, bro. I'm talking about little ass boys.
So what do you think happens in the Paulo Costa Ikram fight? Because I think it goes two ways. Paulo Costa just rolls the fuck over Ikram and just says, he goes with the mic for Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan. I want to fight Shemaev in Abu Dhabi. I want to fight Shemaev Chinchin. I want to fight him in Abu Dhabi, but he don't want to fight me. He talk about Kamal Usman or, you know, Colby Covington or something like that. But I want to fight, you know, I think he goes on that little spin.
He don't want that fight, though.
I think he does. I think he does. And I'm not going to lie. Khamzat Chimaev, he got cracked by Gilbert Burns. He got dropped by Gilbert Burns. And I think if Paulo Costa lands that sweep, that man, Khamzat, he better not shave fight week. He better not shave that week of that fight.
Ever since I've seen, ever since I watched that fight with Paulo Costa and Rockhold, I'm like, damn, Paulo, like.
But it was in altitude though. That was at Salt Lake City too. That was in Utah, and they brought him back in Utah. The fight's happening in Utah.
So that's why I'm like, I'm kind of iffy. I'm not really familiar with the other dude.
Ikram, yeah, he's from Dagestan.
I'm not really familiar with him, but I'm like, you know, just given his geographical entities, he just might wrestle fuck him, you know.
But I think,
and it's like altitude and the way he was gas striking. Oh yeah, bro, you wrestle, you're gonna be fucking.
I think Paulo Costa is. I like Ikram, and I think he's gonna be an interesting prospect. But I think it's one of those the UFC's trying to fast track somebody, and I just think it's gonna backfire on them. And I think he goes on the mic and calls out Khamzat Chimaev, and then the end of July, so September, August. October, November, December. Yeah, 3 months. Give him 3 months. Give him a little training camp. He'll fight. He'll go to Abu Dhabi and fight Khamzat Chimaev. And then, okay, if Khamzat Chimaev beats Paulo Costa, at least he beat a top 5 contender in 185. And now everybody can stop saying he hasn't beaten nobody in 185. Why should he fight Izzy? He beat Paulo Costa, and then everybody can, at least some of the people will be satisfied. So yeah. I think it's just a win-win situation. But the dominoes gotta fall right. You know, the dice gotta be rolled right. The dominoes gotta fall in perfect spots, and everything's gotta fit in the right puzzle. First, Paulo Costa's gotta get this win. And then it all starts with that. So I think that too. I'll probably throw out 2 more, and then we'll find another topic, something that we could talk about. I want to talk about because I'm a personal fan of him. I think he's an interesting person. And what do you think about the Jalen Hooker or the Jalen Turner and Dan Hooker fight? Because I'll make this clear. I'm not the biggest Dan Hooker fan. I'll make it pretty clear.
He's lost.
Something happened to him. And I wasn't a big fan, too, of the accusations he said about the Islam thing, the whole UV drip. And
I mean, I thought they had a little.
But the thing was,
but it's like, you know, like at least be a winner talking that kind of shit.
Yeah, bro, nah, and that's the thing too. I'm like, bro, Dan Hooker.
When you're a losing ass nigga talking that kind of shit, you look like a hater.
And I didn't like, too, in his last fight in November when they gave him that Claudio Puelles guy who kept sitting on his back. I hated it because then it made it. First of all, Dan Hooker keeps his ranking. He got a dog water opponent. Like, that was dumb. I hated that he was sitting on his back. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, bro, it was ridiculous, man. Yeah, he was just sitting on his back trying to play guard. And I'm like, no, bro. I didn't. Nah, man.
I thought they should legalize stomping that nigga. If a nigga doing some shit like that, you just.
Like in Pride. You could soccer kick people in Pride. That shit was crazy. I think it goes I think it just goes one way. I think Jalen Turner wins this fight.
Yeah.
Whether it's by points, knockout, submission, I think just Jalen Turner in general wins this fight.
I'll say TKO.
I mean,
it's not going to be a clean knockout, but I'll say TKO.
I think Jalen Turner beat Mateus Gamrot. Let's talk, and I want to talk about Mateus Gamrot too. I'm just going to make this a little clear. Mateus Gamrot should be on a 3-fight lose streak right now. He should be. He lost to Arman Tsarukyan. I know that for sure. He got beat by Beneil Dariush, bad, and then he lost to Jalen Turner in March. Mateus Gamrot should be on a 3-fight lose streak. No ifs, ands, buts about it.
Yeah.
Point blank period. We moving on.
All my niggas hate Gamrot.
It's not even hate, bro. It's just not even hate, but it's just.
I really don't hate no fighter. I lied.
You say you. I don't hate Mateus Gamrot. It's just I don't think he should be like in the position that he's at right now when it comes to the rankings and all that stuff. I know he lost Arman Tsarukyan. I know he did because I watched that fight. Man, I watched it so closely, and I know he lost that fight.
Is there a fighter you hate?
A fighter that I hate? Like I said, I don't let my emotions play into like fighters and stuff like that. But like I could say fighters I'm not fans of. Like I'm not a fan of Dan Hooker.
There's fighters I hate, but it's like I'm still aware of your skill.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock your skill because I hate you, but like I'm gonna say like, oh, I hope you lose because I fucking hate you, but realistically, I'm like, yeah, it's a chance. She has to strike you. I don't like Juliana Pena. I hate it.
I don't like Juliana Pena at all.
Sorry, bro.
Juliana Pena is a fucking loser.
Especially after
I
swear,
fight.
Yeah, really
I swear, bro. I can't stand Juliana Pena, man. Fuck that son of a fucking. Oh my gosh, bro. I hate that woman with a passion, man. It's so dumb. And the thing is, she's gonna be like, see, I'm playing the heel, so it works, because guess what, you're mad about it. We're not mad that you're playing the heel. I don't care. Dominic Mysterio plays the heel in WWE. All these guys play heel, all these women play heel, but you do it in a way that is just, it's not good. It's just delusional. Everybody hears what you say and it's delusional. Like a heel and a delusional person are two different people. And if I go to UFCX, anything like that, I'll keep this on record too. If I go to UFCX or anything like that, I'm not getting no pictures with that woman. No pictures, no autographs, no none of that with that woman. I don't know, bro. I can't stand Juliana Pena.
Straight face walk past.
Straight face walk past. I don't care. I'm straight face walk past.
Little mean mug.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh, brother, look. I'm be like, brother, take a look at this. I can't stand Juliana Pena. I think it was dumb. I think she's delusional. Something in her head is just not there. I don't want to say this to sound rude or fucked up.
Nigga, you see the way she was walking down Amanda. Amanda sat her on her shit, nigga, on bonked her on the head. Nigga, of course I'm just missing.
I try to be so respectful, but there's a line where I'm just like, no. I get to a certain peak, a certain point. Nope. Juliana Pena is one of those fighters. I'm not giving a fuck. I'm not giving a rat's ass about. Man, if they give her that vacant belt against Raquel Pennington, Holly Holm, or Erin Blanchfield or anything like that, I don't care. I'm putting money on whoever she's fighting against. All right.
What else shit?
It's just dumb, bro. It's silly. Enough about Juliana Pena. We're moving on. I used to not be.
Bro, you get hit like this, you're not okay, my nigga.
Look at this.
You are not okay, my nigga. Like, you're not okay, bro.
She got dropped, man. She got dropped. That's
not dropped, nigga. She flipped your whole position. She punched you in the guard.
Okay.
You got punched in the guard. And you think you deserve a rematch?
Oh, no. She doesn't deserve the rematch.
You got punched in the
She got that one win. Let's leave it at that. You're 1-1. Leave it at that. But I feel like I can beat Amanda Nunes. I know I got the skills. Everybody in my team knows. We don't care. We do not care. We do not care. I mean, I've never met a Juliana Pena fan. Have you? I've never. Not even on Instagram.
Honestly,
I've never seen a Juliana Pena fan in the comments
honestly, I never really even knew about Juliana Pena like that until she was fighting Amanda
until she
Nunes.
fought Amanda Nunes.
And then like the way she celebrated after she won, it was already like I really don't like you. Like she got on sat on top of the cage, all that shit, bro. Yeah,
Oh shit!
I really don't like you.
I dropped my mic, but damn, no, dude.
And it's like I just started seeing like, I started like paying her more attention. Obviously, she beat Amanda Nunes. So I'm like, now I'm just seeing all this shit about it. I'm like, yeah, I really don't like you. Like, you're like,
it's just simple as that. Like
kinda,
I said, we moving on from Juliana Pena. Fuck this. No, that is getting no recognition from me. Fuck that. But I mean, I have a little bit of a dislike for Erin Blanchfield. A little bit. A little bit. She didn't have to do Molly McCann like that. That shit kind of broke my heart a little bit. And I get it. You got to fight. It's part of the game. Suck it up. But yeah, and then I started keeping an eye. I'm like, you know what? And she rolled over Jessica Andrade. I'm like, Jessica Andrade, what the fuck happened? Where were you that night? And now they booked her against Santos. I'm not gonna lie. I think Santos is gonna beat her. You saw what Santos did against Shevchenko. When I watched that fight, I thought Shevchenko won. But I rewatched it, and I told you about it, and I could see the definite argue that Santos won.
That's a for sure argument. Like,
So, I mean, it's just simple like that. I mean, there's a lot of fighters, man. A lot of fighters to keep a track of. A lot of fighters to pay attention to. All that shit, and I don't know.
Yeah, man, I feel like it's harder than like keeping up with like sports teams.
Like when you don't like a sports team,
cause it's like when you hear about when you want to know shit about LeBron, all you gotta really do is look up something about the Lakers, or I could just see what the Lakers are doing. And these fighters, it's like difficult.
You gotta pay attention to them, their lifestyle, who they are, what they do. It's crazy.
It's like, man, like you could be looking for one fighter and never find them because you don't know how to spell their last name.
Yeah, it's just simple as that. I mean, oh man, it's.
What
were you looking up? It'd be funny and say, how like the Joe Rogan Experience. Have you ever listened to the Joe Rogan podcast? They have this guy. His name is Jamie. There's Joe Rogan and the person that he's talking to, and then there's the guy named Jamie. Like, he looks up everything that they talk about, so that as soon as they talk about it, it's either up on the screen so they can bring it up. Like, he'll be like, "Hey Jamie, can you bring up like the positives of vitamin C?" And Jamie will look it up, and then like it's on the screen in like 15 seconds. So yeah, I was like, oh, I thought you were just doing a Jamie moment. I thought you were trying to look up something.
Imagine. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, and he's just a guy that sits right there. He just sits right there and just, just like, hey, fucko, look up shit, and then bam. So I think that shit's pretty funny, but yeah, I mean, man, I'm going to UFCX this week, and I'm honestly excited for it. I'm gonna be in Vegas. I'm gonna put some money on these bets. I'm gonna put these bets down on these UFC fights. Hopefully, your boy will come back, a little bit richer. Hopefully, but
I gotta get my parlay straight for that the end of the year card, end of the month card.
Oh,
I gotta get my parlay right for that one, bro.
It's a good card.
Putting the 100 on it, bro.
Don't put 100 on it.
Putting the 100 on it, bro. I'm cooking.
Understandable.
I think I got it pretty much set up though.
I got Holland.
Yeah.
Bobby. Yeah, I know you have some feelings about Bobby, bro. He blew you one time on a parlay, bro.
I did a whole card. I did a whole UFC card. I think it was like 12 fights. Bobby Green was one motherfucker, bro.
What was it when he lost to Drew Dober?
Yep.
Ah.
He was that one motherfucker, and like The fight was going his way.
As the fight was going his way, bro, he just got caught. He just got
So
caught.
like, damn, bro, like that shit pissed me off so much, bro. I'm like,
But Bobby's OG though. I fuck with Bobby. He's real.
it's not his fault. I mean,
it's not his fault.
Fight game, bro. But it's like, damn, bro, like
same thing like what happened to Alex.
Type of shit to get you banned, bro.
But the thing is, it's type of shit what happened to Alex. Alex had that good first round, then he just got caught in second, or he got caught when he got caught. It's just part of the game. So I'm gonna go Holland, Bobby, Costa, Alex, and Dustin.
Dustin. Oh man,
I think Dustin, man, he's just a clear better boxer.
I just feel like Gaethje's changed since then, though.
Oh no, he certainly has. I think he certainly has. I think it's just the main event that's the toss-up, but everything else, I mean, is Alex Pereira underdog?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, I love that. I
love
that pick.
Hey, that parlay, that money line alone, nuke.
Like, man, we're gonna look back on this, and man, if that does not go good, oh, this aged horribly.
Yeah.